welcome everyone back to another special episode of Livewire. Your host with the most, Mad Flows, aka, I don't have any more AKAs. Anyways, moving on, we got a special guest artist coming out of Berlin, Germany. Simon Benjamin, he's a singer-songwriter. Check him out.
Hey, this is Simon Benjamin for Walk This Way on Skyroom Live. I'm an 18-year-old singer-songwriter, folk pop is my style, and I'm from Berlin. And we're here at the Schönhauser Allee. 1 year ago, I recorded my first studio album. It's called Growing, and I just grabbed some people and started to write the whole songs and arrange it for bass and guitar and drums and string arrangements, the whole thing. Yeah, that's the album thing. And also in this year, in 2014, I won a prize, something like a prize, called Treffen Junge Musikszene. And it was like 1 week in Berlin, and we had some great workshops and things. Yeah, and this year, in 2015, some nice people decided to take me as one of 5 people, being part of the first called Meisterklasse of the Treffen Junge Musikszene. What my songs are about, they're about something like daily situations and how I see them. It's just I try to think of how other people see those situations and how to react on them. I really love to become a professional musician, and I'm having a lot of gigs, and I love to produce a second album. So I just keep on doing my music and discover new musical ways I can go, and just look what my way is given to me. This song's cured my soul. The scars and all my wounds, you made my day so beautiful. You show me ways out of my troubled mind. You cure my soul. You set my heart on fire every night. You free me from the painful thoughts. You let me with your light, our shining star. You cure my soul. When I was weak and nothing to believe in, and all my faith was lost, you cured my soul. You healed the scars. You cured my soul. You wash away the tears. You cured my soul. You fixed my heart. You cured my soul. Oh, 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 oh. You gave me warmth when it was cold. You never let me fall. You held me tight and gave me hope. You cure my soul. You taught me how to love, how to live, how to give and how to fight. You led me through darkness. You showed me the truth when I was blind. You cured my soul. When I was weak and nothing to believe in, and all my faith was lost, you cured my soul. You healed the scars. You cured my soul. You wash away the tears. You cured my soul. You fix my heart, you cure my soul. Whoa, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, 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 oh, oh, oh. You can find me on YouTube, on SoundCloud, on Facebook, and I'm also having my own website. It's www.simon-benjamin.com, and there you can find things about gigs and my CD and my whole story.
Simon Benjamin, check him out. These young cats, I'm telling you, look out for them. And moving on, we have an urgent news announcement. Can we even use that? Is that fuck it? We're doing something new. We're expanding our horizons, and we're bringing you comedy, because apparently I wasn't funny enough. So we're bringing something new. We have comedy coming in. It is called Shenanigans Island. Yes, that is a real name. Some freak show. It's some burlesque. It's comedy. I don't really know what to expect. So let's just roll the footage.
Hello, I'm Dharminder Singh.
I'm Neil Numb.
And I'm Rock Rocket.
The event, today's show is called Shenanigans Island. It's on Trap Tower Insel, which is part of Trap Tower Park in Berlin. As you can see, it's a beautiful day. And what we do here on the first Wednesday of every month is we do an open-air cabaret show with stand-up comedy, food, wonderful people, a wonderful river, boats, and have I forgotten anything there? And lots of shenanigans, yeah.
Well, English comedy in Berlin just now is thriving. It's like there's a brand new scene here. It's all exploding at the moment. Yeah, it's great. It's one of the best comedy scenes on the planet. Also, the only one I know. So.
And what we've been doing over the last 2 years is we've been running comedy shows, but mainly in kind of normal venues like bars or cellars. And what me and Neil and Rocket as well is we've started doing open air shows, and we brought Rocket into the team because he's a crazy cabaret freak, and he knows loads of people who injure themselves and stab themselves and do things. So
We're trying to make the impossible possible, and I don't know, like bring a different version of the circus and the cabaret to the people than they're used to. Stuff you cannot see on the internet or in a circus tent.
well, what we want obviously is to fill this island so it's full of people having a really good time and us having really good shows. Also, the Trap Tower Insel, we really support it because it's just a righteous organisation, and it used to. This island, back in the day, used to be the place where all the Berliners went on a weekend. Historically, it's got so many interesting things about it. And we just want to help these guys make it like that again and entertain people.
And then you get the guys at the gym. You know, you got the runners, then you get the guys at the gym, the big dudes. You know the ones I mean? You know, the massive dudes. You know, the guys, their sole purpose in life is to pick heavy things up. That's all they want to do, is pick heavy things up and look in the mirror. That's it. And every time they look in the mirror, they look really angry. Like they sing it, you know, they'll be so happy singing a tune, you know. Come together right now over. They walk into the gym with purpose. It's heavy. I'm gonna pick it up. Hey! Oh, fuck. Hey! Ah, fucking Jesus. Fucking yes! Fucking yes! It's heavy! And I'm picking it up! and then they walk away. What's the point? It's really heavy. If you're gonna pick it up, at least fucking move it. Like, it's really heavy, that's why you picked it up, you dickhead. Like, no one walks around picking fridges up but then putting them right back down. You pick it up and you move it. And I've got a new rule, right? The less neck you have, the less respect I can have for you. Because how are you going to gain any perspective in life if you can't look left? See that? Shouldn't be a luxury.
Okay. I got nothing to say about that. That looks very interesting. Check it out. Shenanigans Island. And moving on, we have an artist from Brooklyn, New York. You know what I'm saying? What up to the New York cats? East Coast, Beast Coast, what up? You know what I'm saying? And his name's Chimu. He's an MC, rapper, and tattoo artist. And he came out to Berlin, did a little performance, talked to him a little, see what it's all about. Check it out.
I'm the honest whisper in the land of bullshitters. I stand with no platinum, no gold, and no silver. Simply a couple grams to slang and deliver with dreams of grands I plan to put in the hands of my hungry fam, my man. I have no concern of worms with words that swerve and slur their own thoughts to follow the herd. If I was a different animal, I'd probably be a bird so I could shit on the maggots that get on my nerves. Doing 100 curls so I could hurl these nerds. Breadbasket shots that'll make them Earl. Shafting the world with a pack of ravaging savages is packing magnums while they spit in the dirt. Saliva in the sand that expands, colliding with the blood in my enemy's hand. I live here in the sheer frontier of cowboys and musketeers, coppers and queers where lust isn't just but always a must. Plus, the fear must be hidden. I'm not blocked or kidding. No bullshitting. I speak to the sun and she listens. So maybe you're right, God. Maybe I don't have a plan. But man, I got enough dreams to be who I am. So if it seems like I'm filled with so much rage, it's because I'm 5'5" unsigned, but at least I got a decent stage. Word up.
Show some love!
Yeah.
My name is Chimo. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and here in Berlin, doing some shows. And Prost. I've been in Berlin since the beginning of the summer. I came here originally to do a couple shows, as I'm also a tattoo artist. And I've been, I'm on tour right now, going to Bali next, and then New Mexico, and wherever else the road takes me, probably Amsterdam, and then heading back to the States. Musically, I'm just 100% into hip hop. I've listened to all types of music, had a lot of influences in other genres, but growing up in New York, that was what we did. We did hip hop. And everybody had flows growing up. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of, I guess, lyrics about faith, but in faith in yourself and the drive to succeed in whatever it is that you're trying to succeed in. I think that's what drives me. You know, that's what I like to hear, and I like to keep things lyrical, poetic. You know, Berlin, I think, is becoming like the new hotspot too of the world. I would think, you know, like Brooklyn's similar in a way. There's a lot of people moving to Brooklyn from all parts of the world where they're doing music. A lot of people are doing art, acting, and all this kind of stuff. I think it's similar for Berlin. I think Berlin's like a European Brooklyn in a lot of ways. You know, there's a lot of there's just a lot of scenes kind of opening up from my experience. And I think it's important to keep that root strong. But for the future, I'm planning to relocate to New Mexico. Where I'll be hopefully relaxing a lot, you know, riding dirt bikes and, you know, seeing beautiful sunsets. And also I think it's a good chance for me to decompress a little bit from being on the road. It gives me a chance to kind of focus and study a bit, and also work on my crafts, my other crafts, so I have some time to paint. I have some time to hopefully get into the background of music, so I think emceeing for me comes pretty naturally, but I'd like to get involved in some production and some engineering so that I could save money and record my own tracks and make my own beats. So this is a song produced by my DJ, Selector Honey Knuckles, and it's called Here We Go, El Chimo.
Let's do this, yo. That's what's up. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Here we go. You know, a lot of people telling me that they losing faith, you know, losing hope, but you know, El Chimo and Swag Jam over here, you know, we here to follow our dreams, you know. That's all we got in this world, so here we go. Yeah, yeah, I never asked for this life that I've been living up. I never asked for these tracks that I've been spitting on. I never asked for no cash, all I asked for my fam is for love and support. Throw your hands in the air, never dare ask my peoples for no backup, son. I wouldn't dare risk their lives in situations done. I wouldn't care if it's arms that they bear. I'ma stare right through death when it comes. I'm right here, I don't care. So what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, and are you living weak or are you living strong? Do you keep it fake or do you keep it real? Will you hold it down or will you stitch and squill? Will you follow through or will you quit and lose? Will you be the best or be a fucking mess? Do you speak the truth or make a big excuse? Do you believe it all or do you need some proof? Yo, I don't ever wanna be a product of my lies. I've been down that road at least about 100 times. I've disguised all my pain and behaved in a manner that's been equal to the games that I hate. And although I know that in this life mistakes are always made, one mistake can be a fatal one in order how you raise to the grave. Or you take the truth on someone else to blame. Sweep more dust under the rug because the truth you never face. Sometimes some shit just happens and that shit you can't explain. But sometimes you made it happen and for that you can't complain. Insane, you will drive yourself by acting in this way. But if you keep your sanity, you still might end up fake. And fake this man is something I don't ever wanna do. Cause fakeness leads to failure, failure gets the best of you. Abuse, you will find yourself alone and all confused. Cause you're playing with your ego, but your ego's playing you, yo. I never asked for this life that I've been living up. I never asked for these tracks that I've been spitting on. I never asked for no cash, all I asked for my fam is for love and support. Throw your hands in the air, never dare ask my peoples for no backup, son. I wouldn't dare risk their lives in situations done. I wouldn't care if it's arms that they bear. I'ma stare right through death when it comes. I'm right here, I don't care. So what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, and are you living weak or are you living strong? Do you hold it down or do you keep it real? Will you hold it down or will you stitch and squill? And are you filled with love or are you filled with hate? And when you're in a rut, will you do something great? So what you're doing bad, so what you're doing good? Did you do something that you never thought you could? I don't ever wanna be the one that has to hide.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want to check out some more artwork and music, check out my Instagram at El Chimo. Peace.
Yeah, so the dude Chimo, he's chill. Make sure to peep out more he has going on. Now we have a very special guest for you, Flemming Rasmussen. And I know this sounds like some drink, some foo-foo drink of, you know, 22-year-old college graduate white girl. She didn't graduate at 22. Might order at a bar and get you to pay for it somehow, but it's not. He's actually the producer of Metallica, and we have some very interesting insight. So check it out.
Hi Livewire, I'm Gianluigi. I'm here at Just Music store in Berlin in the Gibson room on the Gibson couch with Flemming Rasmussen, the most acclaimed Metallica's producer. Hi Flemming, how are you doing?
Hi Gianluigi.
Right. Flemming, 30 years, Ride the Lightning. How did you met the band?
Well, it was actually pretty funny because they contacted me. A lot of people think that because Lars is from Denmark, I knew him and we were all friends. But the fact of the matter is that when we did Ride the Lightning, I'd never even heard of the band. I mean, Kill 'Em All, I had no idea it ever was released. And they had they'd done Kill 'Em All in New York, and it cost them so and so money. And they found out that because the dollar was so strong in those days, that they could get twice the studio time in Europe for the same amount of money as they were paying for a studio in the States. So what they did was they checked out a lot of different albums they really liked, and they came across Difficult to Cure with Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow, which I'd done.
Right.
And I think especially James liked the guitar sound on that, and I guess Lars liked the drum sound. So they simply contacted me. You know, I got a phone call and said, "Yeah, well, this band from America, and I'm Danish. Yeah, blah blah blah. Would you do it?" "Yeah, sure."
Okay.
So that was it. I heard nothing about them at all.
All right. And at the beginning of the studio, when they came in the studio in Copenhagen, not everybody really trust them. At the beginning, people were kind of skeptical, or
Oh yes, very. I mean, what happened was that like a week before they started in the studio, they were touring Europe to make money to pay for the studio, and they got a lot of their equipment stolen.
Oh, right.
Amongst other things, James's guitar amp,
Okay.
which of course was a Marshall, but had been modified,
Right.
and nobody knew what had been done to it.
All right.
So actually what we did was we listened a lot to Kill 'Em All because he liked the guitar tone on that. And I got every Danish metal band there was, I got them to come into the studio with their Marshall amps.
Alright.
And we had like 9 amps and 12 cabinets, and we tested them all and just used the best combination. And we tried to recreate the guitar sound that was on Kill 'Em All. But I mean, I wanted to make. I didn't like that sound, so it was cool. But I thought I could do better, and that's kind of where we took off from.
And then it was like after a couple of years the decision to do like Master of Puppets. So basically the same setup, or what?
No, actually, what happened was that they wanted to do Master of Puppets in the States because you know they'd settled in San Francisco, and you know they wanted to be more at home. And they knew it was going to take some time to do Master of Puppets. So me and Lars took like a 2 weeks trip around Los Angeles checking out studios. And we didn't really find anything that had the same quality that the old Sweet Silence had. But I mean, ultimately it was their decision. I was ready to go to the States, but they decided on doing Master of Puppets in Sweet Silence as well.
Okay.
And I was happy because it was my home.
And now Master of Puppets is considered the best heavy metal record ever.
I definitely had a feeling that this was gonna be huge.
Okay, Fleming. Now I got all the records here with me, and like, can you pick one of those records? One of your if there's a favorite record that you've done with the band?
It's gotta be this.
Yeah.
Master of Puppets. This.
Okay.
We kind of took what we started on Ride the Lightning, and perfected it on this.
Yeah.
I mean, for like a thrash metal album. With that 80s big huge sound guitars and everything, this is as far as it goes. This is perfect.
Fleming, looking forward to have you in Berlin to do some hard rock and rock bands in town, and we want to have like Sweet Silence also your productions here in
you
town.
have my number, just come
All
on.
right.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much, Fleming. See you soon.
You bet.
Back to you guys.
Okay.
I want to thank you all once again for joining me on a very special episode of Livewire. I am once again Mav Flows, the only host you will ever need in your entire life. And we will be signing off. But we will see you again very soon for the next episode, which will also be special. And on that note,